Yes, sir.
Then that is what I want you to know. All right. This is cool.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, please shoot.
So, first of all, thank you so much for this eye-opening strategy. But my question is this: you, you know that in everything, at least we have to try and use a very good strategy and try and reach out to qualified leads, and which
Yeah.
you have showed us that is reaching out to established law firms, people that are already established, that they already not as if they are just starting out, they are already established. So practically in the next 7 days, how many for on an average, how many websites do you think, or how many law firms do you think we should build a website for? Like two, three, four, five. Because it takes time to build a complete. Does it have to be complete, or we just do the home page or the services? I don't know if you get my question. Like
I
trying
get
to
you.
trying to conserve energy and trying to do everything at the same time, so that we don't end up spending 3 days on a particular law firm, and at the end of the day, that law firm in question, let's say, God forbid, though, they were no longer that they were not interested. So
This is
how do we do it in a faster way and able to build website for at least, let's say, five
this
law
is
firms in the
it.
next 5 days?
This is it.
Okay.
First thing first, your research is the most important in this. You can mute yourself now so that others can hear very well, please. Okay, so first thing first, your research is the key thing. If you do your research properly and you get to get their rating, know their social presence, see how many of their social media handles are active, you understand, know their activities online, you follow up, then check their current website, you have enough content to work with. What do you need to change? You don't need to change everything. You just need to change their logo and the slider right up, then maybe a brief, not all of this, a brief, some like the contact details, leave every other thing. You can change this image and this image, this foreign image. Any foreign image should be replaced with their indigenous images. Then you remove the redundant sections where not needed. Of course, this section is needed. This is their contact, their phone, their email, and you leave all of this. You can remove this, leave this, then come to footer and just fine tune the gallery, the small gallery here to look like theirs. The landing page for me is enough. The landing page is enough for you to build. Once you've done your research, once you've gotten their current existing website, all you do is just implement their content they have on their landing page into this page, and you are done. You are done. You don't need to do everything. Landing page is best. So once you now send them that email proposal with their detailed SEO report, showing them where they are lagging behind and where they need SEO touch, professional touch, then why they need a redesign for a website, that is enough authority for you to stampede them to negotiating with you. Then you make them understand that you don't do this regularly, but this is as a give back to your home country, Nigeria, and you are pushing it to them. You tell them on a normal basis, professional charge goes for 250 and above. But because you are the one that is reaching out to them, you are giving them a discount. So what you do is you do your calculation of discount. If 250,000 naira is what you actually charge, and you are removing 150,000 to charge them 100, how much discount is that? You do the math and use that as a bait. Tell them, never ever tell them that you build a website for 250 but you can build it for 100. No, tell them that your charge starts from 250, but you are giving them a discount because you're the one reaching out to them for this percentage, and that's why they're going to pay 100 instead of the 250. Does this make any sense?
Yes, yes, it does. So I also have another question. I don't know this question. Let me just say it's like a question that everybody will really love. Mr. Francis, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, because I saw that you left, so I was wondering why. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever heard of this phrase before, getting past the gatekeepers.
Yes.
Now, for example, now let's assume okay, we have been able to build the website and every other thing. I had this experience last year. I was also trying this out, this same strategy you're showing right now. So although I did not build a demo website, I was just trying to do like cold call. But I had a particular obstacle. Many of these law firms, you cannot reach out to the owners themselves. They always have this receptionist, and many of them, they are just, some people are just working in a company, but they are not even after the growth of that company. So they just hear that, oh, you are just like, how do you get past those kind of people? How do you convince them to give you a connection with the right person, especially when you're facing someone that is harsh, or someone that is not that is reluctant. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Francis.
I understand you. Now,
Yes.
the first thing you need to understand as a web developer is that you are a salesperson. So it's not enough to design websites alone. You should know how to close sales, how to follow, how to handle rejection. If rejection is not part of it, then you are not doing it. Rejection is one of the key factors of a developer. So that is one of the things you must know how to handle, how to manage people. All right, you don't expect to get a yes every time, all the time. In fact, if you are getting a yes all the time, then there is a problem. So people like that, of course, you don't strategize people you meet. Of course, there are people that are designated to receive those mails or respond to calls or respond to WhatsApp messages. So what you want to do is you want to explore all the options available. On a website, you may have the main info mail, and you may have another alternate mail. All right, so you want to send that email to those two mails. If you have more than one number, you save up all of them with that business name, maybe 1, 2, and 3. So you want to reach out to them. Their response time and their responses will vary, even though they are from the same company. So based on their first reply and the time factor they use in replying, you will know which is more receptive than the other. This is a very simple trick that has been working for me. So, Adaramaja, do you have any question? Ojo and Tunde, Joseph, I want to hear you guys speak. What questions do you have?
No question, really. You are doing well, sir. No question. No
All right.
question.
Ojo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Any question?
Hello, sir. No, sir, no question. The Mr. Joshua has already asked the question I've been trying to get already.
All right.
So I'm good, sir.
All right. Tunde, any question?
Thank
Yeah,
you, sir.
I do not have any question. This is a very, very, it's well explained, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
So this is what we are going to do now. When you try to reach out to companies like that about web design and development, this is one of the biggest mistake a lot of developers make. You send out proposal, you send out email without references to done jobs. It's just like you are telling me you're a shoemaker and you are barefooted when you are not selling. You don't expect me to believe you, do you? So this is what we are going to do now. After this call in the group, everybody, you are dropping at least 2 links to an online job that you have done, a website that is online, that is live. Two links. All right. Myself, I'm going to drop. Big Sam, of course. Big Sam is our mentor here. He's going to help us. So this is what is going to happen. Everybody in this call, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are 8. So if 8 multiplied by 2, is that not 16? So we are dropping two links each. Of course, we know what we want to do with it. We know what we've discussed here. Just drop 2 links each of websites that you've built that is online. When I mean website, I mean something that somebody will who did this. That is what I want. Two links. Just drop it. Then everybody here copy those links, including your two, making 16. Copy them and keep somewhere. When you are preparing your proposals, you are going to embed that link. That if for instance, if they want to see sample of jobs you've done, here are active links. You put that in bold. So when they are seeing that proposal with so much link, they know that this one didn't just start yesterday. They know that you already have mastery of what you are doing. And let me tell you, every every
Yeah,
company.
Mr. Francis, can I quickly speak
Yes,
concerning
please.
this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anybody else too that works on Fiverr. Most of these buyers comes on to ask of samples from you. Now, in fact, I met somebody today, and the person wants to design an e-commerce for her ebook. All right. So she needs samples of some cart stuffs I've built before. I was like, oh my, now I need to source for some because I've not done anything on ebook before. So now you need to source for sample to just send to person. So this strategy is very okay. It works. It helps when it comes to building, sending proposals and all of those. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Adara Maja. This is something I've experienced over time, and I've come to understand that this is part of the business. It's just like like I will say again, it's just like you telling people you are a shoemaker but you are barefooted. How do you expect them to really believe you are one? Or in Nigeria, someone will tell you he's a banker and you're not seeing the person on corporate ways. It looks scamish. It looks like a fraud. All right. So this is the thing. If you are packaging, no matter how sweet your content is, your sales copy is, what you also want to do is you want to add social proof, which is testimonial in form of the URL, active URL. You don't want to send a proposal with a dead link where they will click and the thing will be telling them server expire or server cannot be found. You don't want to do that. And for reference purpose, if you are here and you are planning on your next project, avoid smart web and Google host and avoid those two servers. Preferably buy Namecheap
I
Stellar
completely agree.
buy Namecheap Stellar package. It
That
is
smart web is a very stupid host.
they made
Eh,
me they made me lose a million point a million 500 thousand naira recently, which my lawyer is still on them. So avoid smart web. In fact, make your research. Avoid any hosting service that is funded or that is headed by Nigeria. It is complete rubbish. They are just resellers. They are not actually hosting companies. So get your hosting where your server is online 24/7, because that is one of the things. I would advise Namecheap, go for the Stellar package. It allows you build three websites on one hosting. Three websites on one hosting and with unlimited subdomains. All right. Of course, if you collect money for if you pay for one hosting, you can build three websites. Of course, you would have made enough money again to buy another. Of course, when you are matured enough, you can buy a lot of server space where you can build unlimited websites on. Like you just buy one server and you continue building, continue building, continue building. So all your work is centralized in one place. So please, these are the key things. And if you are building any website, there are three things you don't miss out that makes you look professional: the hosting, the SSL, and the domain. These three things must be paid for. Don't micromanage anything, because you can't be a developer and be micromanaging things. These are things that speak of you. Don't micromanage. Host with the best. Make sure you test for speed. If you are not too good with speed testing and SEO, chat up the group, chat up anybody that is good with it. They will help you test and check and make sure your SEO is good. Avoid images with heavy sizes. Make sure you optimize your images. Of course, there are plugins that does that. All right. Make sure every of your website loads very fast. This is one of the points. There's the website I just worked on now. I sent the client the I sent the client the updates. All right. The client was like, this is super. That was the reply. I sent the client the update about the speed of the website, and the speed was okay because it's Shopify. Of course, we all know that Adaramaja should know, and Big Sam. Shopify is very lightweight, and depending on what you are building, it shouldn't be very heavy. All right. Imagine the website SEO speed, the speed of your website rating A in GT on GT metrics, performance structure.
Hello.
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 Yes.
Yeah, please. I have a question about that Shopify you talked about.
All right.
I'm kind of uh, confused about it. I saw the post on the group, and like, can you do a little
Shopify is
elaborate it a little, please?
okay. Shopify is just a custom CMS, and that basically is for e-commerce. Basically, is for e-commerce for sale, right? And most people from the Western world, I'm talking about Canada, Belgium, Australia, Germany, UK, US, they are used to it because it's a click and install kind of package online. Unlike WordPress is a little bit technical and techy, you understand? So they prefer Shopify to WordPress. Not because Shopify is best than WordPress, but because Shopify gives them the easy use easy use case. They can easily link and get payment and do everything without being technically inclined. That's why you see some Shopify website looking shabby, but they are making a lot of money from it. All right, so it's very easy. Like Big Sam said, I think there's going to be a seminar on this weekend on that. Basically, it's just the way you work on WordPress, but it's a lot more easier than WordPress. It's just a click, 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 and it's just that now one thing you must know is Shopify themes are more expensive than WordPress themes. All right, Shopify themes are more expensive, so that's why when you get a good person to build Shopify for, they pay better. All right, so that's just one thing about Shopify you need to know. Shopify is not, don't allow them
Okay,
to
thank you
get
so
you.
much.
I have a question, sir.
Okay, go on.
All right. So, if I'm going to build a new website for, let's say, for the law firm, is it appropriate that I build it on a subdomain of my own agency website, or I have to buy a new domain with a name that's related to their name?
Now
Won't that be copyright infringement?
let me tell you this. From what you asked, you don't build any person's project on a subdomain. That is wrong.
Wow.
The best you can do is add on domain. The only time you build on subdomain is when you are building a demo for them to see. But if you are building the actual project, you don't build it on subdomains. All right, subdomains are
I'm
meant.
talking about the demo,
No,
the one that you said I will.
yes, demo can go on subdomains, of course. Demo can go on subdomains when they give an when they give an approval and they like it for payment. When they make payment, then you can actually migrate it to the actual domain.
Okay, okay. Then I have another question. All right. So like you said that we're going to drop two of our projects on the group, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so for example, now I've someone has asked me this question before. When I dropped a link to a website, he said that he scrolled down and he did not. He will not ask me that what is the proof that this website was actually built by you. That is one. How do I deal with clients like that? Then the second question is that for some of us here that on our project we have already we have marked it or we have watermarked it. Like when you scroll down, you see built by, let's say, built by Big Sam or built by Mr. Tunde. When the client checks that, how are you going to deal with that?
I didn't get that. I'm talking about the copyright. That's what you're talking about.
No, no, no. Like you said, all of us are going to drop two of our projects on the group.
Yes.
So altogether, it's going to be 16, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now, assuming I send those 16 links to somebody
Yes.
and the person checks it and is seeing traces of being, that most of us, anytime, like me now, anytime I build a web project, I like putting it down that built by Ajilo Joshua, something like that.
Okay.
So let's say there is someone yet to, like, some of our project that has already been it has been labeled with by our agency that built by this, built by that, and your client checks it, won't you look like you are lying, stuff like that? So how do we deal with that? Is it that everybody, all of us are going to make our those projects that we drop? It's not going to be, we're not going to put any sign that's created by somebody. It's just going to be free. And what if your client now asks you, now what is the proof that you built this website? How am I sure that it's not just a link you found online and sending it to you? I'm
Okay.
asking this because I've been
I
asked that kind of question before.
I understand that question, and this is.
Sorry, can I answer your question?
All right. Please go on.
Yeah, I'm sure what Mr. Francis is talking about, the website you have built, the website are not yours. It's for the company you have built the website for. So definitely the name of it's not your name that will be on it, it's the name of the company that owns the website that will be on it.
No, I don't think you get what I'm saying.
Hold on,
If you, for example,
Joshua.
what I'm saying is this:
Joshua.
by
Oluwafemi Adaramaja, please let me answer this question so that
Okay.
Francis and Femi can understand what Joshua is trying to say.
All right.
Now, in all our